8:45 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Lal Malvarachi and read by Mario Vijayavardhana. The headlines. The rescued Sri Lankans from Myanmar will be repatriated to Sri Lanka. The President joins the Defence Ministry's New Year celebrations. An integrated transport plan is underway for New Year passengers. It has been revealed that a gang is robbing the valuable belongings of long-distance passengers. 3 arrested at the Katanayake airport attempting to smuggle goods. In international news, India's Prime Minister Modi urges peace at China border. In sports news cricket, the ICC Women's T20 World Cup Global Qualifier 2024 tournament will take place from the 25th of April to the 7th of May. 8 Sri Lankans rescued from the Mayawadi area of Myanmar have been received today by the officials of the Embassy of Sri Lanka in Bangkok and will be repatriated to Sri Lanka soon. The Sri Lankans who were rescued were transported to the Mae Sot area of Thailand, which borders Myanmar, and were handed over to the immigration authorities of Thailand. The officials of the Embassy of Sri Lanka in Bangkok are now accompanying the rescued Sri Lankans to Bangkok. Foreign Minister Ali Sabri had earlier discussions with Ministers of Foreign Affairs of Myanmar and Thailand regarding the rescue and repatriation of Sri Lankans given the complex security situation in Myanmar. The embassies of Sri Lanka in Bangkok and Yangon, in coordination with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Sri Lanka, are making arrangements for their repatriation to Sri Lanka upon the completion of the required formalities. The Welfare Division of the Defence Ministry arranged a vibrant and culturally rich Sinhala and Tamil New Year celebration at the Defence Force Headquarters complex in Battaramulla yesterday, graced by the esteemed presence of the President Ranil Wickremesinghe. The event, meticulously organised to pay homage to tradition and heritage, showcased a diverse array of traditional sports and captivating cultural presentations skillfully curated by the dedicated staff of the Ministry of Defence. President Ranil Wickremesinghe was warmly welcomed by the Secretary to the Ministry of Defence, General Kamal Gunaratne, marking the commencement of the festivities. Embracing the spirit of the occasion, the President engaged in the prize-giving of the New Year Princess competition. The celebration served as a testament to the unity and cultural richness of Sri Lanka, fostering camaraderie among attendees from diverse backgrounds. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
People's Bank Excelsior. Live the life you want.
An integrated transport plan has been implemented by the Sri Lanka Transport Board, the Department of Railways and the Road Passenger Transport Authority to ensure transport facilities for the people leaving for their villages for the Sinhala and Tamil New Year. This plan, implemented by the National Transport Commission, is divided into pre- and post-New Year periods. The National Transport Commission's Acting Director General Naomi Jayavardhana says that about 1.3 million passengers are expecting transportation services during the pre-New Year period. To ensure hassle-free transport to the people leaving for their villages, 5 corridors have been identified from Colombo City to Puttalama, Dambulla, Kandy, the High Level and Gaul area, she said. An additional fleet of buses are maintained to ensure maximum of 700 additional trips. She said a number of buses on the highways have been increased. The expressway bus services starting from the Makumbura Central Bus Station and the Bastian Mawata, Kaduvela, Kadavata and Navina areas have been increased to 150 additional journeys. The police department today announced that the public should be vigilant over a gang that robs the valuable belongings of long-distance passengers. They said the members of this gang usually board long-distance service buses like ordinary passengers and rob the valuable belongings of the passengers. Therefore, the police requests the passengers, the bus drivers and the conductors to be more careful. The police also say that these thefts happen mostly on the Badulla-Colombo long-distance bus route. 3 Sri Lankan passengers have been arrested by the CID at the Bandaranaike International Airport in Katunayaka while trying to smuggle foreign liquor, cigarettes, laptops, mobile phones and other accessories worth over 10 million rupees into the country. The 3 passengers, 2 of them arriving from Dubai and the other from Bangalore, were arrested on charge of attempting to bring in a consignment of goods without paying duty and without declaring them to the customs. A total of 111 bottles of foreign liquor, a stock of foreign cigarettes and several laptop devices and mobile phones including iPhones and iPods were found in their possession. The suspects are residents of Colombo 13 and the Muskelia areas.
People's Bank Excelsior, a comprehensive banking services package with a branded checkbook as well as debit and credit card exclusively for you. People's Bank Excelsior, for professionals who dare to dream.
The main news story is brought to you by Sinhala Mahatmya.
The Finance State Minister Ranjit Singh Balapitiya said the remaining Aswasuma welfare benefit payments to 182,000 families will be paid on Monday the 15th and will be completed by next Wednesday. After settling the remaining Aswasuma payments, the government had completed all the payments that had to be made during the Sinhala and Tamil New Year, which will be completed with the maximum management, the State Minister said.
The main news story was brought to you by Sinhala Mahatmya.
And now in Watchlight, the government has declared the 15th of April as a public holiday. The Public Administration and Home Affairs Ministry said that April 15th has been declared as a public holiday in view of the traditional oil anointing ceremony associated with the Sinhala and Tamil New Year that falls on that day.
Coming up, World News.
In world news headlines now, India's Prime Minister Modi urges peace at the China border. At least 17 Pakistani pilgrims killed and dozens injured in a bus crash. Avalanche leaves 2 dead in Austrian Alps. India and China must urgently address their border disputes to improve bilateral relations, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said. The 2 countries share an ill-defined 3,440-kilometer-long border in the Himalayas, which has been a source of tension for decades. Mr. Modi made the comment during a rare interview with the Newsweek magazine. The opposition parties have often accused him of staying silent on reported Chinese incursions along the border. At least 17 Pakistani pilgrims have died in a bus crash while travelling to a shrine in Balochistan for Eid al-Fitr celebrations. The accident occurred late on Wednesday, officials, when the vehicle lost control before falling into a ravine. More than 40 are also being treated for injuries in Karachi, and the police have warned casualties could rise. High fatality crashes are common in Pakistan, often caused by driver errors in poorly maintained roads. A major search and rescue operation is underway in the Odzal Alps in the western region of Austria. 2 people have been killed and at least 2 others are reported to have been rescued. Austrian reports describe a snow slide of 600 feet in length and 250 feet in width close to the village of Vent, not far from the Italian border in the province of Tyrol. Initial reports suggest 17 people were in the area at the time. And now the main points of the World News segment. Once again, India's Prime Minister Modi urges peace at China border. At least 17 Pakistani pilgrims killed and dozens injured in a bus crash. Avalanche leaves 2 dead in Austrian Alps. That was World News. And now in development news, a discussion was held between the Minister of Power and Energy and the Asian Development Bank on the progress of the electricity sector reforms, policy loans to be extended and ongoing programs. CADB funding renewable energy programs including Moragula hydropower plant along with regional power cooperation progress, new finance schemes and grants for rooftop solar for SMEs and low-income groups and technical assistance available for the power sector were the key topics discussed at this event with Minister Kanchuri Vijayasekara.
Moving on with sports news.
The 15-member national women's squad to take part in the ICC Women's T20 World Cup Global Qualifier 2024 has been announced by Sri Lanka Cricket. The tournament will take place from April 25th to May 7th, 2024 in Abu Dhabi. The Minister of Sports and Youth Affairs, Harin Fernando, approved the squad. The Sri Lanka team will reach Abu Dhabi directly from South Africa, where the team is currently engaged in a white ball tour.
Go ekak thiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න as වහගෙන දැකපු ගීත හැබැයි කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන
NSB Itru account. NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The central bank has bought $715 million from forex markets in March 2024, up from a net $239.5 million in February, taking the total so far this year to $1,199 million, official data shows. Gross official reserves went up by $431 million in March as debt was repaid from domestic savings.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak tiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු ගීන හැබැයි කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all-new NSB Itru account. NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
And now in economic news, the consumer confidence in Sri Lanka surged to a new peak in March 2024, though all three indices run by the Institute of Health Policy, which ran the survey, were still at pessimistic levels. The IHP's March 2024 consumer confidence, which are generated from its Sri Lanka Opinion Tracker survey, improved to a new all-time peak in March, the Institute said in a statement. The Index of Consumer Sentiment, the broadest measure of the public's view of their personal economic status and the national economy, gained 9 points to 31 points. The Index of Consumer Expectations, which tracks future perceptions, increased 9 points to 37 points. The Index of Current Conditions, a measure of perceptions of current conditions, also increased 9 points to 22 points.
Weather report.
The Met Department says showers or thundershowers will occur at times in the eastern and Nuwa provinces and in the Hambantota district. Showers or thundershowers will occur at most places elsewhere over the island after 1 p.m. Heavy showers above 100 millimeters are likely at some places in the western, central, Sabaragamu and the southern provinces. That was over the report and other headlines of this news broadcast once again. Rescued Sri Lankans from Myanmar will be repatriated to Sri Lanka. The President joins the Defence Ministry's New Year celebrations. An integrated transport plan is underway for New Year passengers. It has been revealed that a gang of robbers are robbing valuable belongings of long-distance passengers. 3 arrested at the Katunayake airport attempting to smuggle goods. In international news, India's Prime Minister Modi urges peace at the China border. In sports news, cricket, the ICC Women's T20 World Cup Global Qualifier 2024 tournament will take place from the 25th of April to the 7th of May. That concludes this news broadcast, and now it's back to your host your hosts as always. On the other side, on a Thursday evening, it's a surprise for me to be here. Over to you, Marilla Van Dort, and also to you, Navindu, by Marilla's side, as always, to keep us in great company this rainy, pouring Thursday evening. Over to the both of you.